Oh, what's going on, guys? I suppose since it's a second parter at this point, it's about nearly 2:40 in the morning, actually in the afternoon. Give it about another minute or two. It's still the 23rd of September 2022, Friday. We were done see Rosamond, California. Follow-up log to the report I just made. Yeah. Sometimes I do these logs over here and don't name them left and right because I haven't got a specific name for any one of these damn logs. So I just call it win. And they'll have information, they'll have utterances, gripes and grumbles, and God knows what else I'll just throw in there without sounding too polite about things. Like the other logs I tried to do, like, hello, my fellow zombies. I'm going to try talking in a nice, polite term and tone, and not curse and cuss like a damn salty sailor, or worse than that. And I've got a mouth for it, too. Sometimes I have to call for it, and sometimes I don't. And when I want to do these damn logs, it'll have some of that. It'll have some of that in there, but it also has my thoughts and my feelings and what's going on in there, if I'm going to screw it up or not, if I'm suffering from anxiety or not, if I'm making any sense or not. And I know I'm not going to get any hits on these damn things. I really don't care sometimes. There may be some topics out there that some people will actually watch and like and maybe view maybe once or twice if they're lucky enough. That's fine. Because this whole channel is dealing with the diary of a griever named John Weaver, and I'm dealing with mental health issues. I'm dealing with it before my grieving thing happened and well after. One of the videos I was talking about is regarding services I'm receiving over my medical insurance to help me out figure things out. I hadn't gone through medical services in a hell of a long while, and I griped and bitched about these things on a lot of my videos because for a long while I blamed, I probably still do, it's the trust issue concerning about the medical establishment. They are taught that they're not supposed to do any harm, and yet they do harm in order to get their test results. They have to poke and prod and do nasty things to you to get this weird-ass diagnosis saying that, aha, you've got this medical condition over here. Meanwhile, you're broken, you're bleeding, you've got patched up, sewn up, and whatever's going on with you. But you're supposed to be okay with that. You're supposed to accept this damn thing. You're supposed to be a good boy, and you're supposed to be a brave girl. I hate to tell you something, but sometimes it just doesn't work all that well. Especially some of the testing that they have to do to find out whether or not if the other portions of your body are still dying or not. Or if you still got a medical condition that they're still not able to verify. Well, we're going to be running some more tests on you. Oh, no, you don't. Well, we need verification at this point. No, you're torturing me. Call it as it is. It's not definitive. You're going to put me in the grave, or well, I need to verify. Then you want me to cancel the medical coverage right now as it is and sue you guys for medical malpractice. Because that means I got to go through the medical establishment to another insurance company, to another doctor, to prove or disprove of what the kind of conditions you're doing is feasible or not. Of course, I have the right for a second opinion or a third opinion or fourth opinion. And most of the time, I got to shell it out of my own damn pocket. Realizing that maybe you guys are just getting a little too test happy at this point. There's no simplifications concerning about one particular condition or not that you suspect. But you want to put me through so much. And then when I'm so broken down, bleeding, cut up, and patched up, and in a hospital bed. You've been watching too much House. No, I've been talking to too many patients. Left and right who don't like the medical establishment as much as I do. We need you guys as far as we can throw you. Or as far as we spit and I drool. Which means I really don't trust you guys. If I was a champion spitter, doing long distances, maybe I'd have that much of a distance to trust you. But since I drool, I don't trust you. So, I don't like when I got doctors trying to give me medications I don't like. I don't like it when doctors give me something that I have to listen to, or a technique that may or may not help me as much. Now, one particular technique concerning about nervous and mental is you must breathe. You must take it into your nose. Well, what happens if your nasal passages are screwed up right now that you can hardly get breath through them? But mostly you have to get it through the main trachea here. Also through the mouth. You know, this big thing here. Ooh. Air goes into the lungs. Of course, you got two tubes. One for the food, and the other one goes for the lungs and splits off in branches, bronchioles, and then your bug war. Still. Anyway, but that's what I had to deal with. I had a change in order on the CPAP that I was getting. In order to get a new CPAP machine, I have to go through a sleep study. A long time ago, when I taken a sleep study, that was about 20, 25 years ago. Different insurance company altogether, and the doctors managed to lose the damn sleep records. How kind. I had to get fitted with a CPAP device, with a full mask, a full face hugger. And I got used to it for a long while, that I can't sleep without it. I need the constant air going through the mouth, through the air, through the nose, if the nose is cleared off enough. Now, the thing is with the doctors, I still haven't gotten into full information with, is at barely turning the age of 10 years old, I had a car accident. It screwed the things up in my nose left and right. Now, if they manage to check the damn past records, I can understand why I have this. But Kaiser doesn't do that as much. As much medical records as I submitted to them, they still can't find the information. And I don't know who the treating physician was, the ENT over at the Children's Hospital, because we're talking about a long time ago in 1976, in January. I don't know who the ENT specialists were during that time. My primary care physician at the time was Dr. Marvin Stopek. He's dead. So as a young kid, I don't have the medical records necessary to give him. Not even from concerning about heart surgery, and not even from another physician who might have the information, but he's disappeared off the map. It was Ramamurthy or Ramachandra, one of those two names. But it was Srinivasan was the last name. It was a internal medicine, rheumatoid arthritis. And he had practiced over at Panorama City. Well, he disappeared throughout the years, so I don't know where the hell he's at. But he would have had the medical records necessary for my past. So I don't have that information. So all it is word of mouth without them knowing about the damn thing. But I can only tell Kaiser if they're going to be viewing this, is there was a lot of things happening in my life that we didn't bother to keep the medical records at home. And if we did, we lost the damn things and moves left and right. So it's kind of hard. He's also trying to keep track of the doctors and hospitals left and right in order to get medical records from this place and this place and this place. One hospital disappeared entirely. Riverside Community had been the place I had gone to at least 3 or 4 times in my life. Either for facial laceration, or even the broken nose, or the elbow. And they're gone. No medical records on that one. And it scared the hell out of me. Getting as an adult, I didn't have that many medical problems except maybe a virus or two. So, what you hear outside is my neighbors. So the only major things I've got right now, though, it's been a major accident, is a workers' compensation situation that I had over at my former job, Walmart. The last job I actually had. Tire falls on my face, drops on my face. Enough weight to... You just don't have a tire bounce off your face without having any kind of problems happen to you, either mental or both physical that happens to the back and neck. And when I had an orthopedist try to check things out and says, "Oh, he's fine. He just needs physical therapy." Shit. I'm still suffering from neck aches over here. I'm still dealing with the psychological effects concerning about the job and about the company itself, Walmart. I can shop online, but I don't get the flashbacks or just breathing issues. Unless, of course, I'm going to be in that neighborhood, and then all hell breaks loose. But I can't even go into a Walmart store and over to, well, actually, I haven't been in a Walmart store in a while and not feel the tension build up inside. So I know it's the psychological issues going on at this point over here. Meanwhile, concerned about the nose, it already solidified after the accident, and it took years to where it's just calcified in there. And I still get a stuffed up nose. The membranes in there are so screwed up, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I mean, yeah, I got the dried mucus, that's bad. I keep blowing stuff out every single morning. But concerning about my own medical situation right now, large, obese, potentially type 2 diabetic. I've got pains in the feet. Sometimes they feel like they're lead. Sometimes they feel like they're squished. They feel like jelly. Sometimes they're tingling like crazy to the point where they're driving me crazy, especially if I happen to touch them. They hurt. I'll get a couple of twinges here and there with muscle control, either in facial twitches or eye twitches, eyelids fluttering a bit. So I know I'm hearing neurology going like, electromagnetic electroconductive nerve studies. No, you don't. I've been through it once before with the damn wrists. You're not doing it to me again. Ah, come on, we gotta see what's going on with the nerves and the muscles. We're just gonna shock the living crap out of you and then stab you with these needles over here. That's what happened when I had a workers' comp situation happen back in 2003. And I got diagnosed as having acute tendonitis in both wrists. They're not going anywhere. Not carpal tunnel. Because I had another orthopedist at one time diagnosed me as such. And he wanted that damn test done. So what did they do? Put electrodes on me and shock the living crap out of my damn arms left and right. And then get these long ass needles and at different nerve points. I wanted to kill that technician, and I wanted to kill my doctor. Yeah, note to the behavioral therapist. You asked currently if I felt like I wanted to kill anybody. No, not now. However, if you had asked me about 20 years ago? 20 years ago. Yeah, and now I'm just picking up my ear. That's what happens when you get scaled and crusted wax and skin buildup. It's gross. But this is my log. It's a gross log. Oh, because during that time, I was working over at Blue Cross Provider Care Department, working on keyboards. And I've been doing keyboards for most of my life anyway. Well, you come out with the big manual damn typewriter since you're a kid and you're still pounding the damn things left and right. So when it came down for the keyboards and computer terminals, didn't get my solid rhythm until maybe a few years later. But when I was getting the solid rhythm going on, I can just type without even realizing what the hell's going on, because I get the muscle memory going on, and I just with a repetitive motion going on. It was putting a hell of a lot of strain in here, which I get all the time. Because I'm keyboarding, but also using a cell phone. Cell phone. And you have to punch things in a cell phone. Or hold it in a certain way. So naturally, the repetitive motion thing still stays in here, and the pain still shoots up to the elbow. Now here's another thing concerning about that Riverside Drive Hospital. broken elbow. 3 places busted in here. One bone was sticking up here. The other bone was sticking down there. So I had to get surgery on that one to fix that. And then survive weeks in a cast until I got the thing out and I was actually able to get it working. And I didn't have any physical therapy either. For a kid? Physical therapy for a kid? I started throwing stuff and play ball or something like that, just to get his muscles working. Yeah. The things I had to grow up and survive left and right. But anyway, for about a month I had to get strength exercises, without cracking the knuckles. And I had to stretch the muscles out a bit. Keep stretching them out. Keep stretching them out. Get hot and cold treatments on here just to get the inflammation down. And wear wrist brace. I do that at night all the time. They're expensive, but they're needed. And I wear them out until they're falling to pieces, literally. And then get duct tape and tape them up. But just about anyway. But that's how it is. That's how I've been dealing with it. Not exactly the easiest damn thing, but I had to deal with what I got to deal with. I also had eye surgery when I was about 13 years old. No, I don't have the medical records from Dr. Marshall Keys. He's disappeared or gone dead, or I don't know where the hell he is. And the surgery was done at Santa Monica Hospital. And they changed and dropped records, and I don't know where the hell those damn things are. So much for eye records from an ophthalmologist. Last time I had my eyes checked was several years ago, when I actually was able to afford glasses at the time, and get them from Walmart over in the Supercenter at Lancaster in Jan 25th area. So somewhere in there, they got medical records concerning about my vision records. But I don't think I remembered ever having it over at Kaiser either. Can't find any records on that. Okay, so regarding that situation, what else? In the occupational thing, medications I've been using for the back. It got to a point where I still couldn't use the Triminol and Motrin because it just made me too damn loopy sometimes. I mean, I could feel dead without... I almost felt no sensations on the skin because the medications were that of a sort where it took away the pain, but then again it took away some of the sensations in my fingertips. So I'm like, no, I don't think I can. And since I ran out of medications, I did not request any more of it. I figured if I was going to be dealing with the pain in my back, I'd be dealing with the Tylenol, but parcel it out. Use it sparingly. That way I don't get to kill myself as much. And my teeth are falling out. Bad dental practices. So that's basically what's been happening these days. Besides the grieving, concerning about the emotional impact about losing a lot of family members, but within the past 10 years, got even worse with Ma and Dave passing away. And their ashes are in there. So I'm the caregiver. I'm the caretaker. I'm a creepy guy in a mortuary, just taking care of his crypt. And I feel like I can get trapped in here like crazy, while still dealing with a bug war. Literally. Tiny cockroaches, large-sized cockroaches who can't stand sunlight or light. At nighttime you see them out, but turn on the lights and it's like, run! Constantly have to flick the bastards off the damn table so I can keep them away from me. Do I get enough sunlight? Not much. Oh, I'll keep the windows open from time to time, but that's about it. get some circulation in the house. At least I'll be able to breathe. Any allergies besides penicillin? That's it. Any other kind of food? I haven't had any weird reactions or any anaphylactic situations going on. No, no shots needed, thank God. I mean, I got tested for food allergies. And yes, the doctor was named Offenberger at Granada Hills. They went to Balboa. The last time I checked, he was still over there. His practice has been there for years. I had him under Blue Cross while I was working about 25 years ago. Until I lost the damn job in 2006, which screwed up my insurance with him. So I wasn't able to see him as much, and I was seeing his staff for immunotherapy. Getting in there, getting the shots necessary to deal with the potential out there. And yes, I haven't had my hair cut in a hell of a long while. I'll blame COVID for that one. And because of the scaly skin I've got weird ass rashes in the behind. Sometimes they itch, sometimes they don't. Digging off dead skin left and right. And I got these scabbies in here. Seborrhea, psoriasis maybe. Dandruff. I haven't had a haircut, as I said before, in a hell of a long while. I'm planning to get my hair shaved. I'll just cut real short so I don't have to deal with it. That way I'll be able to get a better look at what the hell's going on. So yeah, I've got both ears scabbed up with earwax. Sometimes I have to keep cleaning it out, scraping it out. I'll get it on the edges of the ears, and sometimes there's going to be a bit of dried skin to peel off. So yeah, it's gross for me talking about this kind of stuff. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that people say, this is HIPAA. Not really. This is a medical condition I'm dealing with. But anything else regarding it, I'm going through my health insurance company. And I got to be going in there for a physical. Which means I'm going to be sending probably this video out to the doctors to keep this on file. Because this is as of the 23rd of September. And not to mention I've gotten some scabbies on here that sometimes they itch and other times they don't itch. But they do drive me crazy. It's like tufts of skin getting dried with whiteness on them. And sometimes if I go into a shower and loosen up the skin, I'm able to scrape some of it off. The rest of the time, it just feels like the rough patches on here. And on some occasions when I do scratch them off, really scratch them off, I'm starting to tear holes in my skin. This kind of reminds me of the situation I had run into my brother and Ma on some occasions, but Ma not as much. My brother, yes. It got to the point where just taking the fingernails, scraping it across, and he'd be digging up his skin with blood on it, which meant his skin had gotten so translucent, so apparently thin, that I really had to watch him. Even brushing against something almost dull would cause a tear in the skin. A lot of vitamin deficiency with that guy, apparently. I mean, I will go outside with my dog every so often and get a few minutes of sunlight here and there, because I know it's getting used to get it. And the proper nutrition I've been having these days sucks. I haven't had the proper diet in a hell of a long while. My diet sucks. So right now, I'm just dealing. And because of that, I'm just going to end this vlog for right now. So, to you, Doc, and to everybody else on the staff regarding the psych and regarding the medical, this is how I'm doing right now. I haven't had any major emotional outbursts just yet. But as I said before, I've been getting them. Too much. That's why I'm going through behavioral health, and I'm doing the breathing when I can. But if you guys are going to be asking me, just write down every negative thought out there. I'm going to have to give you the old evil eye on that one there. Let's modify the old evil thoughts. Oh, let's not, shall we? And pretend we did. Come on, we gotta have a little bit of mania here. Now, what kind of nastiness can we do? If you're talking about genuinely trying to hurt myself at this point over here, it ain't gonna happen. However, I do have sharp edges around this place that will probably rip the living crap out of my skin. I'm worrying about my feet. Even walking through long paces, sometimes it'll hurt, but I walk. So I'm able to get around without a wheelchair or scooter just yet. But there may come a time I'm going to be looking for that. Not just yet. If I can still keep walking around here on my feet, despite the fact they're going to be killing me left and right, then I don't need it just yet. I do have some of my brother's old equipment here. I mean, he did have a walker with him with the wheels on it. So I'm using that in the bathroom on a constant basis. Well, I need something to get me out from the toilet every so often. And not to mention help me get out of the damn shower. But, even a bath bench. Got a bath bench. I use that in the shower a lot too. So, I've got a few devices out here and a few appliances that can help me get around in the apartment. The only thing I'm walking with right now is a cane that still needs to get replacement pads. So that's on me right there. But for the most part, I do wear shades, or wear wraparounds around the glasses when I need them. And if I happen to need anything concerning about chemical exposures, isn't it adorable? Yeah. It's like after my brother passed away, it's like this different personality came out, and I had to be preparing for nearly, a nuclear war if possible, and that scares the hell out of me. Of course, I haven't thought about prepping yet, but I have to think about survival. I have to think about adaptability, and I used to do that a lot, and I'm trying to gain back that adaptability because I need to be flexible in a lot of situations. Situations I hit like crazy. So, that's my story, Doc, and I'm sticking to it.